close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Swing and a miss with that hook. They exchange punches. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. The perfect counter lands. Punch, counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about planting that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up.
There's the bell to start round 5. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
That counter shot lands. Those counter punches have to hurt. When are we going to see a jab from these two? We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter punch. Nice counter. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Planting that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance with
getting time already.
This is the beginning of round 6. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. They exchange punches. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he scores with the counter. Straight right just misses. punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. They're giving us a high-tempo show. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about planting that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this...
Here we go, it's round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he scores with the counter. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Punch, counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. Both men step back for just a moment. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about planting that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept that.
And there's the bell for round 8. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction.
Oh my God, Johnny! Caleb Plant just got clipped. We were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
His stamina is off the charts. Good counter punching. Catch and shoot. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. about planting that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has... Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Lucky that hook didn't score. Nice counter shot. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about planting that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent.
There's the bell for round 10. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches. And the puller right there. Sugar Ray is down. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your applause.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, then he's out of there.
They got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Caleb Plant is hurt. And right back into the fray.
3 days now needs to steady the...
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.